When I accidentally found my wife's secret dating profile, I decided to go undercover as a French millionaire. My wife Julie and I have been married for 7 years, and I thought we were in a great place. Until one night when she went to answer the front door, I saw her get a text from an unknown sender from a dating app called Luxy. They're proud to say that they're like Tinder, just without the poor people. I'm a male nurse at a hospice, and I work a reliable, honest job that truly helps people. This came as a complete shock to me. I always thought she was a great person, and that we were perfect for each other. I was wrong. Julie came back into the room and said, "What do you want for dinner tonight, babe?" She put on that normal smile. I said, "I'm actually gonna turn in early, babe." I had to cover up what I really felt. A few days later, I decided to create a fake profile of a man named Jean-Luc Mercier. That sounds like a rich French dick, right? I used a wealthy friend's profile that had already been verified by the dating app, and I used AI to combine a picture of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. It came out as some weird mixture of both. I said that I was new to town and originally from Paris. I knew she loved French accents and would be enticed. The fool. We matched almost instantly and started messaging. I used AI to give me badly written text as if English was my second language. She fell hard, saying things like, "I've never felt this deep of a connection with anyone in my life." I responded and wrote, "My darling, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever encountered. We must meet." I always waited at least 20 minutes to respond to any of her texts, since I knew she'd be hanging on to every word. I will admit that it was hard for me for 2 weeks to keep up that I had any feelings towards her at all. I kept making excuses of being too tired or having a stomachache whenever she wanted to make love. I told her to meet me at a French restaurant across town. She excitedly agreed. Now I had to implement the final act of my plan. I called up her parents and my parents, who all knew each other very well. I told them to meet us all there and that we would have a family dinner celebrating a new chapter in our lives. Both sets of parents were so excited to hear what the new chapter was about. I was very clear when I told them that they had to keep this dinner a secret from Julie. She cannot know, or else it would ruin the life-changing surprise. My dad tried to ask me privately what this new chapter was all about, and I told him that he had to wait. I then messaged Julie from Jean-Luc's dating app, and in weird French text I said, "My darling, you must wear something very sexy, and how you say in America, skimpy, because our dinner will only be the beginning of the evening's titillating events. I am excited to show you my Bugatti and my new Victorian mansion on the lake. I am tickled with excitement in all of my nether parts." She sent me tons of love emojis and many pictures of herself in different lingerie. She then asked me, "Why don't you show me a little skin? I'd love to see those abs I keep hearing about." I got AI to give me a weird mixture of a shirtless Sylvester Stallone from Rocky and put my strange-looking Pit Cruz head on top of it. It looked so ridiculous. I couldn't believe she was buying any of this crap. She responded by sending me close-up pictures of herself, laying in many different naked positions. She was bearing it all. She asked me for nudes, and I wasn't about to attempt to ask AI for any of that. I told her that she had to wait. She kept telling me how happy she was when we would be at home. She even went further than normal and acted so in love with me. The night of the meeting finally arrived. I had Julie get there earlier than everyone else. I printed out all of the conversations we had shared on the text chain between her and Jean-Luc. Julie sat and waited with so much excitement, truly in love with some fantasy she had created. The doors opened, and I saw her face first and smiled. I then opened the door behind me and let in her entire family. Her mother, father, 2 brothers, and my parents. The look on Julie's face went from bright red thrill to white pale darkness. I handed out the printouts to her family. They read them and asked me what was going on. I said, "Why don't you ask your daughter?" It didn't take long for everyone to understand what was happening. In a loud voice, I said, "Welcome to the new chapter in our lives called A Big Fat Divorce. I'm a nice guy until you cross me." Julie ran out of the restaurant, spilling big buffalo tears, all of her life's choices slamming her in the face. I asked her family, "Anyone want to split some French fries?"